I know the New Year vibe and all that is already fading away, but there are 3 lessons I learned from 2021 last year. The first lesson I learned last year is actions always speaks louder than words. So I remember last year, I think around August or so, I told them my parents and my people wanted to drop out of school and go and do YouTube and all these things with them. Of course they did agree and all that. And me at the time I was angry, like why would they stop me, blah 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 blah. But the problem was that yes, it was a good thing because I wanted to leave school to actually go and do something meaningful with my life. But the problem is my actions did not match that. Like you want to drop out of school and build a YouTube channel and do great things and build all these businesses, yet you still spend like 4 hours playing game, watching movie, doing stupid things and all that. And you just think miraculously you're going to build a business or a YouTube channel, whatever. Of course, I ended up going to school, and I'm even glad I did. If not, I wonder how the story would have gone. But what I'm trying to say is the action speaks louder than words. Like if I was really serious about what I was saying, not just like talking, if my actions were actually matching that, I was actually doing something like building the YouTube channel, uploading and things of that nature, and learning skills and reading and preparing and all that, like would have understood rather. But I was busy playing around and doing useless things. So that's why if anybody's talking to me about their plans and their goals and all that, I'm usually like receptive to it. Like I always enjoy it, but what I'm more interested in is your actions. Like what are you actually doing? What have you been doing the last 1 week? What have you been doing the last 1 month? The last 6 months? The last 30 days? Like what have you been doing? Not just I want to do this, I want to do that, because everybody always wants to do something. Because it's always easy to just say just say whatever you want to say. Like it's easy, you just say it, just open your mouth and say it. But to actually follow through and do that thing, that's where the problem is. And so many of us, we don't take action. So action always speaks louder than words. The whole going to school and all dropping out and all that, like that's just for now. Like once I feel like my actions speak louder than my words, once I feel that my actions are actually louder than my words, then I'll probably leave. The second lesson I learned is time waits for no man. I know this sounds like quotes and all that, but these are things I actually learned. I don't know if I'm the only one that just notices as if everything is too fast. Sometimes I'll just ask myself, are you sure one day is still 24 hours? For February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. The year has gone. Today as I'm recording this now is 19th of January. Just imagine that, 19th. New Year felt like maybe earlier this week. It was not earlier, it was like 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it just felt like earlier this week. And the worst part, you remember 2020? That felt like maybe 5, 6 or at most 1 year ago. It was 2 years ago, not 1 year, 2 years ago. So what this has taught me is instead of sitting down and being passive and waiting for the right time and all that, like you should get your ass up, stand up and start working towards whatever you want to do. And they say 90% of people forget about their New Year's goal, whether after a week or 2. So I know it's easy, like it's hard and all that, but like the way time will catch you off guard. Before you know, like this year will be entering June, July, and before you know, we're in another December again. And 2022, before you know, just like every other year, will be history once again. Then 1 year later, you're 1 year older. The question now will be, what have you not done? Like, what did you do different? Are you smarter? Have you achieved your goals? Are you wiser? But you're still in the same position you were 1 year ago just because you were passive and we're not doing what you know you're supposed to do. Don't like just sit around and do nothing. Even if it's something small. Like, I tell you the truth, throughout this week, I've not felt like uploading video or doing anything YouTube related at all. Like, I don't know why it's just hardening me, or whether I don't enjoy it anymore, or something's wrong with me, or maybe because I've not been sleeping well. I don't just know, but I've just not felt like doing it. But I always remind myself, like, time waits for nobody. Before you know, now January is over, February is over, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 1 year later again, and you've been in the almost exact same spot, just minor things have changed. We don't want that to be our story anymore. So stand up today and go and do what you have to do to take your life to the next level. The third thing I'll say I've learned from last year is giving. Like, it's always better to give than to receive. If you have money, you have things that can always help somebody out. Like, it's always better to help somebody because you don't usually know what the other person is going through. When I went to work at the car wash earlier around November last year, actually I only worked there for like 3 weeks. So, but just that 3 weeks period, I was also on the 40-day fast. I did like 40-day fasting before that. I only ate once a day for 40 days. It's not just like easy work. Like we're stressing and it was hard. Like I'll be very hungry. I'll go there, I won't eat anything in the morning till I come back around 6, 7. That's the only time I'll eat. What I now realize is that all those, all less privileged people, all those people begging, all those type of people, like you don't know how bad it is for them. Most times people always like push them to the side, like come on ships, don't touch me, and all those type of things. Like you don't know what these people are going through. And yes, you can think like imagine another, but until you're actually in that position, until you have actually suffered like them, or to an extent, before you will know what it actually feels like to be like that. And when you have put yourself in that type of situation, like you want to just help anybody that you find in that situation. To me, it's always better, because at the end of the day, that money, that little change you don't want to give them, what will you end up doing with it? Ask you 1 week later what you did with that money, and you won't be able to, you won't tell me anything reasonable. Like you won't even remember yourself. But if you are giving that money to that person, like that would have changed your life dramatically better. So I worked in that car wash for those 3 weeks, and I fasted and all that, and I put myself in that kind of terrible situation. I told myself like, no. Like first of all, I must be successful. Like this is not the type of life I want to live at all. And you don't usually know what your fellow man is going through. You don't know what they are going through, especially when you're in a comfortable position, when everything is good for you, when you have free food on your table, when you have internet connection, you have roof over your head, you have clothes to wear. Like the person that doesn't have it, you don't usually know what they are going through. So please, I encourage you, like anything you have to give, whether money, whatever, give it to them. Always easier to talk about your goals and lessons and whatever. But actually go and sit down and do that thing, like, that's very hard. So just like you, I'm struggling and I'm trying my best to. Let's just make this year the year of action. Like let's just, everything we say we want to do, let's do it. All those bad habits we say we want to stop, let's stop them. All those goals we say we want to achieve, let's achieve them. All those internal work we say we want to do, let's just do them. All those money, all that money we still want to make, let's actually go and make it. Let's stop sitting down and being passive. Let's actually stand up and go and do something. And of course, it's always easier said than done. You can just open your mouth and say anything you want to say, but when it's actually time to stand up and do that thing, it's always harder. Yes, I know, but it's the hard work, it's the action that will get you to where you want to go.